there's a young woman. Well, young in the sense that she has a PhD and she should be in her mid-40s or thereabouts.
That is not a young woman.
That's a young woman.
That is not a young woman.
So did you say mid-40s?
Yes.
She's an adult.
What are you taking on?
Close to
How is
50.
that a young
Woman. She's not young woman.
Okay, so let me tell you. For the sake of
grandma's
this,
40 gone to grandma.
for the sake of this
I don't think
podcast,
so.
for the sake of this podcast, a young woman
It's below 30.
is 18 to 30. Okay. For the sake of this podcast, all right. Woman, all right. You can stretch it out to 35. All right.
Okay.
Once you're entering into mid-40s, that's middle age. And the reason why we're using that middle age is because most people die at the age of 53. The average lifespan of
Average
Nigeria-
lifespan.
for women.
That's age.
Now being polite now. Most people in
That's
Nigeria,
Thomas,
most women in Nigeria
53.
average, they die at the age of 53. The average life expectancy for the Nigerian woman is 53. So if you're not saying a 45-year-old woman is young,
I mean,
8 years.
just 8 years
That's
to
no
go.
man's
just
land,
8
though.
years to go.
Bros, that's no man's land.
That's no
Not
man's
young.
land.
She's not young.
Okay. Mid
Age to woman.
Middle-aged woman.
Okay.
Okay, so she's a PhD, as I said, but because she's very beautiful. I mean, she's a very attractive woman physically. So, but I was wondering that why is she not married? Because I got to know her through her friend, and that her friend is a married woman. Yeah. So I now realize two things. I said I'll study her and see why is it that this guy is. Then it now happened that when I wasn't taking that offer up, there's another friend around who was.
What offer?
Okay. The offer of
Marina.
No.
I don't know.
Sugar
I think
boy.
something like that.
Okay.
The offer of sugar boy. You have to, because this stuff. we don't know
This
as-
is the offer. The offer is a romantic engagement.
She wanted to be collecting your Apollo house.
Like, I'm be paying
She
you
wanted
back
it
all.
to be during now.
No,
Be giving her lamba.
yes, Samankwe.
Yeah.
Sugar boy.
How will she be paying for the
It's-
sugar
no,
money?
Not necessarily,
Sugar
but
Okay.
She
Fine with
would
benefits.
be taking care of you.
Of course.
she wanted to be taken
Taken
care
care
of.
of.
In
Friends
return.
with benefits.
That is not fair. That is
That's
sugar
not.
mommy.
That's gigolo.
That's
That
sugar
is
mommy.
Sugar mommy work.
Is he taking care
Sugar
of
mommy.
you? Sorry. Does she say she'll be taking care of you?
This is too much definition, boys.
No, we
It's-
want. We
Yes,
can't
now,
assume.
we
that-
can't-
You cannot
Specific.
assume. You need to
Why should
be
we take care of you?
Okay. It
Wahala.
That means she'll be taking care of you.
yeah. She wants to be
Okay.
taken care of.
That's
me.
she wants you to be sugar boy.
Cash for
But
kind.
this is
Good.
No,
that's
that's
that
not.
didn't go into
Oh,
the equation.
John.
Okay.
But this is the thing. So I was looking at this woman and wondering why there must be a reason why you are single at this age, right? So, but I realized two things. For most people, they would say maybe she was busy running after education. That's why. It's not so. It's not true. Hasn't she been dating people?
Well, true.
When she was in 100 level, what was she doing? Now,
She was
but
studying.
over that, I came to realize that she had character issues.
Okay. Yes,
Major.
that's another one.
For instance, when I didn't take that offer, when I didn't actively push her, somebody nearby who thought I was an ogre,
Took the offer.
yes, took the offer.
Okay.
So this guy, he has one Porsche car, and then he drives around town, but he had no house.
Okay.
Yes. So he would just wind up in her place by maybe 1. He was the one telling the story now, not me, because I was not there.
Wait, so wait, guys, wait. No. You have to clarify. So
Yeah,
you're
okay.
telling me that.
The guy had the Porsche car.
No, you're telling me that you had a friend who had I want to summarize.
Yeah.
You had a friend who had a Porsche car.
Yeah.
All right.
Which kind
Who
of
didn't have
Yeah,
a house?
house.
Yes.
Who didn't have a house?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Was given an offer by a
Yes.
PhD lady
Yes.
who had offered you the same offer.
Yes.
That's the summary of the story.
Yeah.
And the guy, after taking up the offer, was narrating the events of the
Yes.
And the guy still
And
in
it
the
didn't
car.
take too long, just 2 weeks, dating for only 2 weeks. But this was the outcome.
Okay.
The outcome was this. they had a fight over a Bluetooth speaker.
Are you kidding me right now?
That petty.
Okay, calm down. Let him land.
No, it's not petty. This is big. I have it.
So the girl had a Bluetooth that she uses.
A 45-year-old middle-aged woman.
Yes,
Had.
yes.
You have to stress. It's not a girl.
Serious.
So the Bluetooth, anytime there's no light or maybe because she lives alone, she always wants people around to
Okay.
make the place jive up. But when there's no light and she's alone, she doesn't want to put on the generator and have to go and put it off at night. So she uses that Bluetooth to listen to FM.
Oh.
But it now happened that this guy came around and after one of his shows, he left with that Bluetooth.
Your friend was a musician.
No.
Shows was the tata.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You have to
Please, you need to be.
See, bros, you have to
Please
be
be
as soon as
specific.
possible. People will not understand.
Okay,
They don't go know.
He went for a sleepover. The morning after, he
When
went.
was the Bluetooth?
Yes, he went with the
He's
Bluetooth.
biting his lips already.
Actually, he went to where? He doesn't have a house now.
Yeah,
went
so
to sleep over.
yeah, so
At
he
least-
went there.
He
went out after. He went out.
So in the morning he went off with the Bluetooth.
Okay.
So when he went with the Bluetooth, I think he didn't come back. He didn't come back that evening.
So who was the Bluetooth?
The woman. Yeah. So the guy didn't come back the evening that
Yeah.
maybe she expected him for a return match and he was not there. So she was mad. She was mad. She called me. Where's your friend? I said, I've not seen him. She said, okay. Called the other friend, the one that linked all of us, and asked. So nobody was seeing that young man and he wasn't picking up her phone. Only for him to come back the next day, some
Like
few
the
days
third
after that,
day.
with a long story, and she was having none of it.
Okay.
And the reason the guy didn't come back, according to him, was that the Bluetooth spoiled in his hand, was broken.
Okay.
She insisted he must go and buy
Yes.
that Bluetooth.
Yes, now, because she's paying for service.
So he bought the Bluetooth, and then he was angry, and then
That's the point.
that broke the relationship.
Sorry, Doc. See, this thing he just said, the same way it applies to a man, it applies to a woman.
Exactly.
If I be guy, I can't dey carry babe. Normal. Say I just can't carry you, can't sleep over. You can't dey go back, can't carry my stuff. You dey mad.
No, sugar daddy don't do that.
Sugar daddy don't do what? See, it's the same way.
I want to ask you a question.
No.
I wanna
This
ask you
thing
a
is
Sorry,
this
sorry,
thing is
guys.
transactional. Sorry,
Guys,
this thing
don't
is
overtalk me.
transactional.
Don't overtalk me, please. Don't overtalk me. You've contradicted yourself.
Exactly.
You mentioned earlier that you don't do such.
No, I'm just stating an instance. No. I'm just stating an instance.
Okay, you're theorizing.
No, I'm not stating an instance. See, it happens if a guy, no man,
My chest.
I carry you, you can't come my house, no man, you can't dey go back, you can't carry my stuff. I paid you for it's just transactional.
Do you do that? Do you do transactional?
No,
Have you
I
ever
don't.
done it before?
No,
So you
I have
don't-
never.
This
But in
is
conclusion,
this
No, it's
is
different
now.
now.
It's
No,
not
sir.
transactional.
They are
Same
dating.
thing.
They
were
are
dating.
dating.
They're
They were
dating.
dating.
and
Wait.
it was even a new relationship because
Yes, no.
the whole transaction wasn't.
But to me, it doesn't speak well of